Good morning. It is 7:20 a.m. on Thursday, November 18th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Even though this time is not actually all that much later than when I often would be recording these, I nonetheless almost overslept this morning. Technically overslept a little bit past when I would have gotten up, except I had turned my alarm off for reasons that are not worth getting into yesterday and forgot to turn it back on. Fortunately, I was able to wake up before I had overslept too much. The stakes aren't super high. It's not like I have a critical meeting first thing in the morning or anything, but it's like it puts me a little bit behind schedule, which ironically has me moving a little faster this morning, doing the things that I need to do instead of kind of just lounging around. I tend to have my alarm wake me up much earlier than it would strictly need to if I were able to just do the things that I need to do in rapid succession. But I tend to wake up slow and to take a long time to do everything, which is why I need more time, which is why the alarm is earlier, which in some ways, I wonder sometimes if that would be um, like it's a little bit counterproductive, right? Like, is part of the reason that I'm going slow is because my alarm is so early when I wouldn't be quite so slow if I let it go later? Hmm, possible. But at the same time, I have in the past, when I needed to be in more of a hurry in the morning, found that routine very stressful. So, hmm. In any case, here I am. Here I am. What was I? Oh, that's right. I finished last night watching the last couple of episodes of the Netflix cartoon series Inside Job, which I mostly liked pretty well. It is similar again uh, to Disenchanted in the sense that I really like the main character who is. I'll get more into the premise of it in a moment. Um, and I care substantially less about anything else in the cartoon. Um, but not in a not in necessarily a negative way, but just like recognizing that I certainly am a lot less interested in any part that doesn't involve that main character. But most of it does involve the main character. Um, Inside Job, if you haven't come across it or are unfamiliar, like the premise is that all conspiracy theories are not necessarily true per se. Many of them might be true or have some grain of truth because there is, in fact, a company called Cognito Inc. Inc. Incognito, right? That um, is really running the world from the shadows and all of these sorts of. It's like a central hub for all of these different conspiracy theories. Like, so for example, when I say that they're not necessarily true, but there's some truth, is that like the question is like, is the moon landing real? And it's like, yes, the moon landing was real, but the moon return wasn't real because because they actually decided to stay on the moon and form a colony, and NASA wanted to cover that up, so they faked the astronauts coming back from the moon, which is kind of funny, and that leads to actually one of the better episodes, in my opinion. But the main character is a woman called Reagan Ridley, and she is sort of an overworked, overstressed, mad scientist type who really believes in the mission but doesn't have great people skills, and she's ambitious about wanting to run this area. Her dad used to be a big shot there at Cognito Inc., but he got fired because he basically stopped caring about anything. The stated reason in the show is that he almost blew big conspiracy theory because he wanted a ride to Wetzel's Pretzels. Um, or actually, I that's at least one one of the things that happens. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like you've watched the preview, and that'll tell you better than my description. But overall, it's about she has this team of other characters that they manage all of these different things from the shadows. But mostly, it's about her having to solve various potential apocalypses before they happen, and then needing to cover them all up. And I don't know. She's pretty fun. I think that there's some interesting stuff going on in there. I liked it. I feel like I'm probably damning it with faint praise, which is maybe more than I like. Want to recommend it more than that, but I would also just say that it's like if you think that premise is remotely interesting, yeah, sure, go ahead and check it out. It's not going to sell you on itself if you're otherwise unconvinced, though. I think I liked it. In any case, I'll leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.